let's start with you guys now. Table toppers, 6 points from anybody who is thinking of even contending. The people that are supposed to be pretending, Liverpool, have fallen by the wayside. We'll get to them. The other pretenders, Man City, lost today, so clearly they are not ready. I think at halftime today, you guys saw Saliba for Mosquera. Couldn't tell the difference. Maybe Mosquera even looks better. You took Crystal Palace's best player and brought it to Arsenal. Coincidentally, he's the one that scored the goals today. So even though you spent a lot of money on the striker, you ran Saka into the ground, and now he's injury stricken and can't score as many goals. But you guys are still managing to pull it off. What's the feeling like right now for as an Arsenal fan? You're just waiting basically to the end of the season.
Well, as an Arsenal fan, we would like to say, we're just chilling, we're enjoying our predictions. In the last couple of seasons, even though we've not won the league, there's one thing you can say for sure, that, Arsenal are a tough team to play against. If we take the lead, it's difficult to come back. So after we scored, we just know we're just going to be chilling and maintaining and, enjoying life. But the question should not be to Arsenal fans, because every Arsenal fan on the planet has this feeling that this season could be the season. Everyone on the planet. The question should be to you guys, rival fans that are still doubting. The question is, why are you guys still doubting? Not to the Arsenal fans, because we say this every week. My prediction at the start of the season is Arsenal are winning the league. Johnny Boy's prediction was that Arsenal are winning the league. You guys are the one putting us second, third, fourth.
So now let's analyze Arsenal standing.
No, what are you guys
Arsenal
saying
standing
now?
in? Let's analyze Arsenal standing in the league now. And hello, Johnny Boy, right? Welcome. I think people will say you guys have one of the best teams. Both on paper
not people. Let's leave people now.
I would say that. I would say that you guys are one of the best teams. Starting with like Timber, I said Saliba came off, Mosquera came in, looked like a solid replacement for Saliba, maybe even better. Gabriel is one of the best defenders in the world right now. California is a good player, and when he's not playing,
Fury, put some respect on his name.
And when he's not playing, Lewis Kelly can play.
Don't blame him. He's been mad to score the winning goal. That's why.
Declan Rice, Shobola, Zubimendi keeps things moving along. Now you finally have that squad depth, basically. But they are still, from my perspective, humble perspective, a few areas of concern. Saka, I would be worried if I was an Arsenal fan. Gyökeres not scoring that many goals. I'll be worried if I was an Arsenal fan. Trossard, although I think he functions best as like a substitute player, coming on, giving that extra edge. Martinelli is a hard worker. For now, Arteta, is getting away with the 1-0 building points. But I think, if you guys are being honest, you would admit that 6 points, a 6-point lead in October, right, doesn't tell the whole story of the league.
No, I'm going to say pause. I am going to say pause. I'm going to cut you off, because you are the same person. You are the same person a month ago when Liverpool were 5 points clear. You were asking, are Arsenal are they going to be pretending? Are they actually in the title race? And now the other way around, you're like, 6 points is just
no,
cool.
but that argument goes both ways now. That argument goes both ways, because a 6-point lead at this point in time is either all defining or not, right? So it cuts both ways. I was wrong to use it as a sword. You're wrong to use it as a shield now.
I'm just using your argument against you. That's all.
So do you see any chinks in Arsenal's armor? I think it's a question.
Yes, there are chinks. You just listed the chinks, but at the same time, like, it's a long season. Like, 6 points is just 3 games, right? If we remember correctly, last season at this point, Man City had 10 games. When 10 games unbeaten, people were like, "Oh my God, City are back!" And then they won just 1 in 13 after that. So it's football. Anything can happen. At the start of the season, when you were praising Liverpool and happy about Liverpool, they were all winning, and then Crystal Palace beat them, and now it's gone downhill from there. Man United, everybody is laughing at. You guys won one game against Sunderland. I remember that. We'll talk about United. Let's leave that to the United section. But you know what I mean? Like it's just swings and roundabouts. Something can happen and things can change. Right? Saliba was subbed at halftime. Yes, Mosquera came in. Right now, what if something happens? Mosquera has like a toe injury, cannot play. You know, I wish Nkapi can do it. What if like something happens to Gabriel? What if something happens to Declan Rice? There are so many variables that can swing momentum. But all I'm just happy for right now is that we are getting those 1-0 wins. Those 1-0 wins were games that last season we drew. You understand? So if you convert those, they were now getting those extra 2 points. So I'm happy about that. And after the international break, we have some tough run of games. We are going to be playing some Tottenham, Chelsea, and in between Tottenham and Chelsea, we have Bayern Munich. Like that's 3 tough games. So we don't know how the pendulum is going to swing. So for now, let us enjoy our win. We are expecting and hoping we'll win the league, but that's a long time away. For now, it's one game at a time, as they say in football.
No, I mean, David, you said you were disappointed that Arsenal came away with the victory today, right? Where were you hoping for them to fall short? Like, any of these things that I mentioned, or any other thing that you saw?
So, Crystal Palace has been doing the Lord's work this season. So I was expecting, they will steal 2 points away from them or something. But,
maybe they're still doing the Lord's work. You don't know.
Like Dr. Tove said, going away with those 1-0 wins, it doesn't do so much for goals difference. But who cares about goals difference if you can amass all the points you need to amass at the end of the day? So yes, and considering that everybody would have the period where you journey through the valley in the season, there'll be a tough run of games. So get all the points you can get now, and then see what happens during those tough run of games. So, but it's a very, very wonderful dynamic. I mean, we've had 2 clear-cut table toppers this season. Liverpool at a point was leading everybody by 5 points. Now, Arsenal at another point leading everybody by 6 points in the same season. It's just weird, and we've not even gone halfway yet. We've not even started in November.
Match week 9, yes.
Match week 9, and I mean it's just splendid to experience and to experience it with all of you guys. Week in, week out.
As a supposed neutral,
yeah, as a supposed neutral. It's actually
but does that mean that the Premier League is getting tougher or that teams are getting weaker? I don't understand.
I think I wouldn't say
Sunderland is like second, and they're promoted, newly promoted.
Bournemouth is second.
Bournemouth second now,
right?
Yeah, Bournemouth picked up. I won't jump to say the league is tougher, and I won't also say it's easier. I think the league just rewards the most optimal performance in terms of optimal on the pitch, optimal in your recruitment department,
like
optimal with your backroom,
set pieces, those kind
with your backroom staffs. You just have to use everything as much as possible, to get the results that you need to get over the line at the end of the day. So I think we're just seeing rewards for those optimal plays so far. I don't think it's necessarily tougher, because by the time you then see the teams on the continent, you see that their performances on the continent are not all that there. By the time we get to the knockout stage of Champions League, we'll see how many English teams are still left. So, but it's fun to watch it.
Yes.
Right.
It's fun. Nice one. I mean, it's fun to watch. It's fun to follow the league and to see the change in power. Maybe there will be another change in power again. I mean, I think Liverpool was 5 points up in September, end of September.
Yeah.
Good. So end of October now we have somebody else. Maybe end of November we have somebody else topping the league by another 4 points.
That's
supposed
that's an interesting answer to.
I expect it to happen December, January. Just let them wait. Just wait.
I wanted us to talk about like the league being tougher or not. And I think we'll get to it after we talk about Liverpool. But I mean, Johnny Boy, speaking of being optimal, I think one thing that Arsenal does have going for it are these corner kicks that are just ridiculous, right? At this point in time, the just how efficient and how I guess Arsenal is able to extract, the marginal goal and extra points from corner kick. I think somebody should do some kind of analysis, like the points to corner kick or that data point for how many extra points Arsenal is able to get out of the game compared to everybody else. And I put it down to Declan Rice and exactly where he's able to put the ball in his delivery. But is that something you think Arsenal should continue to, exploit, or
Yes.
are you even the slightest bit concerned about the lack of open play goals, for example?
No.
The lack of goals from, like I said, Saka, Gyökeres, and the other
No.
players that you have in attack who maybe aren't delivering. Even though that's what your squad depth is for. Any concerns, or is corner kick?
Correction. Liverpool have the most set piece goal in the league. But yes, go ahead, Johnny boy.
First of all, that's a very weird question to ask, because at the end of the day, the goal of a football match is to win. So any method used to win the game, any method used to win the game, it doesn't care. It doesn't matter, right? And if you look at it, most teams in Premier League now have come to set piece FC, if that's what you want to talk. Yesterday we watched Liverpool's game. How the most Liverpool goals were considered for what? Set pieces, throwing. Even in long throwing now, we begin to see that Rory de lap now. So
even Sunderland as well, how they beat Chelsea.
Exactly.
Long throw. So
right now, the goal, like I said, the first 10 games of every Premier League season are the last 10 games. To me, it's all about results. I don't give a damn about performance, because those results are what usually sustains the team that wins the Premier League, or if it's make Champions League, whatever. So right now, result based, I'm okay with it. From like 10, I know we're going to improve. And the signs are there. The truth about it is that we've been unlucky sometimes. And that the goalie makes some mad saves, or we miss some. Like today, we had clear-cut chances. Minus the set piece, we had clear-cut chances too. But we didn't just take them. So it's going to come. I'm not bothered. As long as Arsenal keep on winning. After all, the onus is not on Arsenal right now. The onus is on other teams.
Tell me about these signs. Tell me about these signs, Johnny boy. So these signs that you're talking about, right? As somebody who has been here before, for the last 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 years, you guys have been pretending to be title contenders. So you've been here before, right? In this, would they not? Maybe they can. So like, what's the next gear, right? That you guys are going to get into this season. These signs that you're seeing, what does that look like starting January or whenever?
So this season we are being more. I think right now Arsenal are more focused on, like, you know what? Let's just win the game no matter what. No messy. Just right now it's about finish, collect your 3 points. That's what we care about now. Play beautiful football if you can, but like collect our 3 points, because that's what matters. That's what has killed us 2 years ago and 3 years ago when we lost the league title. Now, result focused. Give me my results, and I know I don't give a damn about how we did. After Europe, in Europe, we play beautiful football. Premier League, it's a difficult league. Let's be honest, it's difficult. So if we cannot, if set pieces is what you think we win by, that's your problem. The onus is not on Arsenal. Remember, like I said, the onus is on you, on other teams like United. Stop that. Since you said that's what we do, the onus is on you to stop us from doing that. The signs that
it's funny how they also scored. When they scored from set pieces yesterday, I didn't see anyone talk about set pieces. But anyways, let's leave that.
You see what Momentum brings to Arsenal. He brings that calm. He brings the passing ability, the control in midfield. So you can see a little bit of change in our gameplay. Whether you like it or not, Gyökeres has brought a little bit of change to Arsenal. The fact that now, unlike before, you used to see Saka with 2 players on him. Now you hardly see that, because why? Those guys are more occupied with Gyökeres. That's what they are. So you can already see small changes in Arsenal's gameplay. So long may it continue. I'm waiting for Mario to come back.
And to add to it as well, this time last season, when Arsenal were falling off, Man City were falling off, what were Liverpool doing? Winning their games gently and just keep getting and that's all we need to keep doing. Liverpool are dropping points right now. Man City are dropping points right now. United, we don't know. They are gaining points, but we don't know yet. They don't have chest yet, so let's leave them to the side. Chelsea are dropping points. So basically, the top 4 guys, the top 4 from last season, are mostly dropping points, and Arsenal are gaining points. So why should I complain? Why should I be saying
gaining points?
What if all we have to do?
Because down the line, you're going to lose points. So these points that you're gaining was
we need the cushion. We need the cushion.
Yes.
I think as much as possible that you guys try to deflect that away. The fact that you're not getting goals from open play should be a worry. You see, Liverpool was dragging it over the line. They were using last minute goals. The day the thing twisted, they not still recovered from it. I just hope that won't then be, Arsenal's portion. Where
let me tell you why I'm not worried.
We hope. We only hope.
Let me tell you why I'm not worried. Because again, this teams that we're playing right now. Last season we drew, right?
Yeah.
We're not even set pieces. We're not.
I lost.
Yeah, set pieces were not scoring. Open play were not scoring. But right now we have the artillery to be able to do both. Right? It's this kind of games where people sit back and defend. Like it's difficult to create chances and go through the middle.
Open play,
for open play. So you have to one manager, and I forgot the manager that said it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like goals from set pieces makes up 1/3 of the goals every season in the Premier League. So why should they'll be stupid not to actually try to get better at it. So if we're getting the
and everybody's using it, so I don't know why it's so particular about Arsenal. Everybody's using it.
And one thing that I'm happy with is
United
that our defense. We have the defense. We are sure that we are not going to concede as many goals. So all we need to do is get that one goal, and if those players decide to open up, we are going to smoke them like we smoke Atletico Madrid. You understand? So I'm confident that we're going to be scoring goals. Whether it's going to be set pieces, whether it's going to be open play, either ways, I know we are winning lots of games this season. And the testament is the Crystal Palace game, the Fulham game,
match week 9,
and the West Ham game. You understand?
That's cool. I admire your confidence. We'll check it,
match
as the
week
season
9
progresses.
1 hour,
and that's good. One more thing though, was Arsenal the team? I think Arsenal was one of the top 3 or 4 teams that considered from set pieces last season. Maybe that's something we also want to look at.
Yeah.
I know the defense has gotten better. Hopefully, Arsenal also addresses that to this season. Because if it flips, I'm just looking at a scenario where
it is going to flip. It is going to flip. Nothing is permanent in the Premier League. Like at some point, teams will figure it out. And because that's what
happened. Why I'm happy with collecting points now.
We're scoring set pieces, and then halfway through, like it just dried up. We're now conceding set pieces. But now we have enough players that are dangerous up front that can create moments of magic. We have Eze, a kind of wonder goal he scored today. Fantastic. He tried it against Atletico Madrid in the midweek, but it landed on Gyökeres' foot. But this time, nobody was there. So we are taking more shots from outside the box. We have Trossard that can shoot. We have Gyökeres that can shoot when he gets that confidence, Like Shehu said this today, that, if once a striker does not have that confidence, things you're supposed to, it's Jude. When you're supposed to square the ball, you won't square the ball, you'll be taking necessary shots. Yeah. You understand? I'm sure as time goes on and the more it adapts to the team, I understand everyone's positioning, things will click. I believe.
Okay. That's
cool. That's what we call chest, Jude. This is what we call chest.
I do not believe that.
That's just been my fears for both sides.
No, that's what you're. We don't revisit them. That's what you're praying for, David. You always pray for us not to lose.
I pray for everybody to lose.
But that can happen. Sorry.